much further along do you feel organizational-wise this year than you did this time last year?
Oh, a lot further along. I mean, I was telling Bob on the radio that, last year we were just trying to get guys figuring out where to go on the field, coaches where to go on the field. And today it's just we're installing and everybody will come out here and know exactly what to do, where to go, and how to do it. And now it's just coaching, football, and techniques, and getting to know the younger guys better and what they can do. So it's like night and day from last year.
How can being further along now, if at all, translate to the fall and being further along in the fall?
Well, I thought we made improvements as the season went on. It wasn't the best of years for us. I mean, 6-5 is extremely unacceptable at a place like the University of Richmond. But I do think we got better as the year went on, especially defensively. There's a lot of improvement that has to happen. But, it makes a big difference having a year under our belt and our guys knowing us and us knowing them. And what we expect, and us figuring out. We went to Sam Houston State, and I had no idea what was going to happen. We were doing some press man. I thought, well, can we even cover them? And so, but now we got a better understanding of what our guys can do.
Offensively, I know you were hoping to run your offense that you ran in Chattanooga with Johnson as a quarterback. How has that come along up to this point?
Well, we'll see. It's just, he's just been kind of with Coach Corp a little bit. We had some quarterback runs in last year for Mancuso, and that was installed into the offense. Now, we're not going to go nuts. Kevin's not a, 220-pound kid that can take 25 shots a game, but we will be smart, and if we can get him to run it, 12 to 15 times, or Joe, or whatever, or the quarterback position, it'll really help our running game. It'll help Deontez and Xavier and Jay and Gordon more in the running game. You got an extra guy running the football in there. With Kyle, we ran a quarterback draw. The RPOs where he's zone reading came out, most of the time he threw it. Every so often he kept it. But, now they know, they got to defend the quarterback.
What are the challenges of not having one of the best players in Spiders history not on the team?
Well, obviously it's a huge difference. I mean, the guy was such a great player here, and a great leader, fun to be around every day. And, I know we'll miss his leadership. I trust Kevin and Joe, and even Reed Chenault showed a lot of things last year. So we feel good about that position, but I mean, you can't lose an All-American NFL guy and not think it'll be different. But we'll utilize our quarterback skill sets like they did last year with Kyle, and keep plugging along.
Coach, while you'd love to have that kind of production every year from a quarterback, do you always have to talk to Kevin about, hey, don't try to be Kyle, or is that kind of the mold and try to do it all in one place, so to speak?
No, I think this spring is going to be just let him go. Let him try to see what we can do, see if he can be Kyle, see if he can hit the deep shots. He's got great arm strength. Joe's got great arm strength. They can make the throws that Kyle made. I think that Kyle was just so good in the pocket. His awareness, his footwork, all the things that you look for in a quarterback. But I mean, we're going to let Kevin and Joe and all those guys rip it and play, no question.
Absolutely. What I meant by that was, you have an All-American NFL guy, like you said, but from a pressure standpoint, hey, don't think to yourself, oh my gosh, I have to go out and be an All-American. Have it a goal, obviously, but from a pressure standpoint.
Again, I go back. I think Kevin's a pretty calm guy. He's played in big games here, which is huge. Now, if he wouldn't have played in those 3 playoff games, he's a backup last year and got, minimal reps. Yeah, I'd probably be a little bit more nervous. But he came in a couple big situations. I mean, he the last drive against North Dakota, won a football game, and when I met with him last year, we never talked about redshirting him. We told him to come in and compete. And he felt like he could compete, and then as it got going, I think we kind of came to the conclusion we'd redshirt him, but he's a confident guy. I think he'll be a great player for us.
How amped is he for this this spring.
They're killing you right here, aren't they?
She gets the next question. I'm sorry.
You're the new one, so.
I'm the rookie.
Yeah. All right, go ahead. What was the question?
No, I'm sorry.
Little rookie Hazel.
Just how amped is he for this spring to start having redshirt?
I don't know. If he comes out here, I want you guys to talk to him because I think
There
he's
he is.
coming.
Okay.
So you can ask him those questions. Yeah, I have no idea.
How do you feel Kyle's success will help the support of your program and also attendance at games?
Well, I think that going down the road now, he helped us in recruiting. Obviously, being in the Senior Bowl, being at the Combine, the NFL draft coming up, all those things will help us with recruiting and high school players and kids. Moving forward, hopefully 4 years from now, he's starting in the NFL and you're seeing Kyle on Sunday afternoon television and Monday Night Football, and they're talking about him and just getting the Spider, name out there. I think that'll help us. I think it'll probably be after the draft. I think it'll kind of settle down a little bit, and then hopefully he'll have a great NFL career that we can use for years and years and years.
What went into the decision to move Mike Keels in the secondary? I know you lose a couple of guys, obviously, in that defensive backfield.
Well, I think we wanted a bigger body into the boundary, so he'll play the boundary corner for us, and his length is fantastic. I think he moves well enough to do that, and so I think I didn't want people putting their big wide receiver into the boundary on us, with a smaller corner in there. I wanted some length in there, and I think he's really excited to do that. And it gives us matchups that we like at that point in time. I mean, it gets tough. I mean, everybody puts their biggest, tallest guy, and you saw it this year against us. And you got to go up and get him, and I think Micah can do that.
Your thoughts on the offensive line this spring?
Love them. I've always loved offensive linemen. It's my favorite position on the field. I think we got some really good young ones. I think you guys, and probably Yarbrough, obviously John Yarbrough at center is really good. I mean, no question about that. And he had an all-conference year last year. We got Grant Dixon coming back. Taz Sumter, who started, he was a starter for us and got hurt. He's back. Setapani played a lot. And then the three new ones, Tim Coleman, the transfer from Furman, we think can be really, really, really good. And then the two young pups, Jack Doherty and Clayton McConnell, who we like a lot, did a great job on the scout team for us. So we feel pretty good about that position. It's probably not numbers-wise what we want enough, but we'll figure out something here. But we think we can get eight or nine really good ones there.